Alright, my name is Caleb Buckman, and I'm going to show you how to build a fire with flint and steel. I got this flint and steel from an online website for Bear Grylls, and if you zoom in here, this is the flint rod, and this is the steel striker, and you create a spark by scraping them together. But sometimes this striker doesn't work all that well. So I don't know if you can see that, but there's the spark. An important part of building a fire is always having all of your resources available. A fire needs three basic elements. It needs oxygen, fuel, and heat. So we're going to provide all of those things. Wind's blowing. Alright, so the first thing you need is tinder. Now, inside of this thing is actually a little fuzzball that catches a spark. But I only use that if I absolutely need to, and sometimes actually other things work better. Here on the table, I have got two different kinds of kindling. This comes from the bark of kind of like a pine tree, and what's really important about kindling is that it is very fibrous, so it catches a spark. And then right here is something else that I found that was growing out of the ground. I don't really know what it is, but it would catch the spark really well because it's very fibrous. So that's probably what I'm going to use. And then we want to move on to something that's not able to catch a spark, but something that is able to take the flames. So I have like pine needles or leaves, and then you move on to sticks, and then bigger sticks. So now we're going to go and build the fire. Alright, now we're going to move on and build the actual fire. So I've got my flint and steel right here, and I actually sometimes will use a knife like this one right here. I don't want to use my knife because it would dull the blade, but sometimes I use a knife as a striker just because it has a finer edge than this does, so it creates better sparks. So the first thing we want to do is take the kindling right here, and what you want to do, sometimes people actually use something like nest or something, but you want to make a little bowl inside the kindling to kind of protect it from like wind and stuff, and also to get the spark really well. So I'm going to use both of these things and see which catches better. And I want to have everything available and ready to use. A big issue when people build fires is they're running around trying to get stuff together to build the fire, and they actually lose it. So I want to have everything ready so that when I do get a flame, I can get a fire going. So I got leaves and this stuff here, so I'm hoping this will take a flame really well too. So I put the steel rod right inside in the kindling here. I'll put the steel rod right here, and then I'll scrape it. So now I have a flame going. Actually, what you can do is it needs the oxygen. So that time it didn't work. But important part of getting a fire going is sticking with it. Sometimes it takes time, and you need to not give up. Fire can be a necessity in many survival situations, so it's always important to know how to build one and to not give up, because Many people will give up right on the edge of building a fire. They've almost got it, and then they give up. So you don't want to do that. It'll take time. So I'm just trying to get a good spark in here. There we go. So you need to compact it, because what's happening right now is the spark's going right through there. But you need to keep it compact so the spark doesn't slide through, but it catches on the fibrous material.
Okay.
So now we got a lot of flames going here. So now we want to get our sticks on here. Keep giving it oxygen. So we almost got the fire going. Just needs to catch on these sticks. It'd actually be beneficial if I had more of these starter stuff here. I can use like dead grass here. Kind of keep it going. So I don't want to build a whole huge fire, but that is the basically the way that you would build a fire with flint and steel. It can be difficult sometimes, but you need to always stick with it in a survival situation. If you don't stick with it, then you might die.